Sorry, interruption there. Where was Jesus born? Jerusalem. It's in Israel. Is it Israel? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, in 1999, Tony Blair dropped bombs on some Middle Eastern city, Istanbul or something. I don't know what city it was. You know, New Year's Eve 1999, but anyway. But why the fuck people are actually blowing themselves up. They're blowing themselves up with these bombs as reality, 2017. And they're blowing themselves up with these bombs. And there's our soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq and Iran trying to kill people and getting themselves blown up. And then they get blown up. So the soldiers are getting blown up in Afghanistan. And the soldiers get blown up in Iraq. And the soldiers get blown up in Iran. And then they end up doing the Paralympics. You see, then all they can do is the Paralympics because they've only got one arm left or one leg left. What war are you fighting, man? About these Middle East wars. What are you fighting for? Will you please answer that question? About these Middle Eastern wars. Why the fuck is the British Army in the Middle East? Well, oil won't be worth much soon because we've got electric cars now. Aha. If you say it's for the oil, bollocks. Oil ain't going to last long. We've already got electric cars. It's getting very futuristic, yeah? But I'm saying, why the fuck are we sending soldiers to the Middle East? Why the fuck is Britain sending young soldiers in their, well, teenage years, basically, 18, 19. A lot of soldiers are in their teenage years. 18, 19, 20, 21. I'd say that's sort of like teenage, isn't it? Sort of like 18 to 21 or something. But a lot of these soldiers are going over to Afghanistan and the Middle East and they get blown up because people don't like their space invaded. Now, I'm no Muslim and I don't like the Muslim religion, but it's their religion, not mine. Alright? Let them live by their ways, I'll live by mine. I don't have any religion, never needed any. But what I'm saying, well, I'm God and I. But what I'm saying is like, Britain is sending soldiers to the Middle East, right, to fight in a war in Afghanistan or Iraq or Iran or somewhere like that. And they come back with their legs missing or their arms missing. You know, they got bombed and they lose their arms and they lose their legs. How many paraplegics are there in Britain now with no arms and legs? Hey? How many disabled soldiers are there in Britain with no arms or no legs? And they're relying on bloody help for heroes because the government don't give a fuck about the soldiers. The fucking government do not give a bloody fuck about the soldiers. They don't give a fuck about the army. The government don't give a fuck. And the soldiers who come back disabled because they went to fight in a pointless war. The soldiers came back from a pointless war in the Middle East, which had nothing to do with Britain. They come back with no legs or no arms and have to rely upon charity, help for heroes. Huh. I got a better idea than help for heroes. Cyborgs. Soldiers. Okay? You know how clever robots are getting nowadays? Okay, you lost your legs and arms fighting in Afghanistan or whatever. A pointless bloody war. A stupid fucking pointless war. What the fuck are you fighting for? Who the fuck are you fighting for? And they come back to Britain with no legs or no arm. Right? A cyborg war. Use technology and make them into cyborgs. Give them artificial arms, like robot arms and robot legs. Cyborgs. The government won't look after you. The government won't look after disabled people. It's like a bit like Robocop, isn't it? Government don't give a fuck about you if you lose your arms or legs in a war. Pointless war. How many politicians are there on the battlefield? Hey? How many politicians? And is it a battlefield? What the fuck? You're walking around and getting blown up by mines or whatever. But you can't blame them for fucking defending their own country. But then you've got to look at the point of the Arabs. They're trying to defend their own country. In their own country, they're trying to defend it. So of course they're going to try and blow you up, you know. Can't blame them for that. It's where they come over here and then they blow themselves up. It's all getting very silly, isn't it? It's a very, very silly thing, this fucking wars. You know, you go to Arab countries, you blow each other up. But the thing is, you know how fanatical they are in Arabia now, in the Arab countries now. Now, point this. Have you seen Syria lately? Syria. People used to go to holiday in Syria. When Gaddafi was in power, people used to go to Libya for a holiday. Okay? It was a nice, peaceful country when Colonel Gaddafi was in power. It was quite a nice, moderate, peaceful country. And then they destroyed Gaddafi, they killed Gaddafi. And then it all went to fucking pot, and it's all falling apart, and it's all in rubble now. People used to go to Syria for a holiday. Now it's a lump of fucking rubble. Honestly. Since you killed Gaddafi, since Gaddafi died, it's a lump of fucking rubble. Nothing left of it. The whole country is falling apart. Iraq, you had Saddam Hussein, yeah? In Iraq, you had Saddam Hussein. But Saddam Hussein, you look at the history, right? Look at the history. Look at what's happening in Iraq now. You got these Muslim fanatics, hiding your faces, cutting off heads, and cutting off hands. That's now. But Saddam Hussein probably kept it in control. He stopped people from doing that. You've only got the fanatical Muslims now because you've got no leader. But when Saddam Hussein controlled Iraq, it was quite a peaceful country for a little while. It was, wasn't it? Iraq used to be reasonably peaceful under Saddam Hussein. But then you kill Saddam Hussein and the whole country goes fanatical. Let's cut everybody's hands off again. Were these dictators so bad? Were the dictators really that bad? Think about it. In Libya, when Gaddafi was in power, it was quite a nice place to live. Then he got killed or whatever, and it all went to mayhem, and everything's fallen to dust and killing everybody else. There's fanaticism and stuff. And the same with Iraq. In Iraq, Saddam Hussein, yeah, he was a bit of a military man, but he kept the country in peace without the fanatics. He kept the fanatics down. And then when he killed Saddam Hussein, all the fanatics went blah. Do you know what I mean? You get all these Muslim fanatics now, don't you? I'm just saying maybe some of these dictators weren't so evil. I'm saying some of your dictators weren't so bad, probably. At least they kept them at bay. Look at the countries, look at Iraq now, without Saddam Hussein. You've got these Muslim fanatics chopping off hands and cutting off heads and going mad and killing each other. Never mind. Anyway, it's your world, isn't it? But I'm just saying, we're fighting pointless wars in countries. And what are you fighting for in Afghanistan? What are you actually fighting for? For Britain. You're supposed to be a British army. You're supposed to fight for Britain, right? What have you got to win in Afghanistan? What is there to win in a war in Afghanistan? A bit of sand, a bit of oil, which won't be worth much soon. Because actually we've got electric cars. So oil is losing its value a lot. Petrol is going to lose its value a lot now because of electric cars and stuff. You know, now that you've got these electric cars, which are pretty amazing, fantastically amazing, you've got electric cars. So oil, petrol prices are going to be, petrol's not going to be worth much, is it? If you've got electric cars, which is great. I think it's a brilliant idea. I'm just saying, why the fuck are you fighting in Afghanistan? What is there worth fighting for in Afghanistan? If you fight in Afghanistan or Iraq or Iran or where any of the Middle Eastern countries, what the fuck are you fighting for? And what the fuck have you got to win? Way! We won the war! What have you got? I got some sand. What? Yeah, we've been fighting a war in Afghanistan. We've been fighting a war in Afghanistan, right? I've got legs and arms blown off, yeah. And we won the war for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know why the fuck they're fighting. We won the war. What you got? I got some sand. What? I was fighting in Iraq. I was fighting a war in Iraq. British Army, fighting a war in Iraq. Got my arms and legs blown off, yeah. Yeah, now I'm relying on charity, Help for Heroes. Now I've got to rely on Help for Heroes charity because the government don't give a fuck about the army. So you just go to war in Afghanistan, Iraq, or whatever. You come back with one arm and half a leg or whatever. Right? Yeah. And then you say, right, Paralympics time. You know? Why the fuck are you fighting in those countries? What have you got to win? Imagine, for instance, if you won the wars. You know there's a war in Iraq and a war in Iran and a war in Afghanistan or whatever. What if we actually win the war? What do we actually win? If we win the war, what do we win? I've got some sand. Sorry, I had some sand. Oh, fuck it. So I got some more sand. No, I just lost some sand. Got some. And then, you come back. But I was walking down the street yesterday. And funny thing is, I live in England, right? Hatfield, Hertfordshire, actually. I live in England. I walked down the street. And everyone was speaking Polish. England has been conquered, hasn't it? By the Polish in Hatfield. I mean, it's all very well fighting wars in other countries. It's all very well fighting wars in other countries. But what about fighting the war in your own country? I walked down the street yesterday. Every other shop is a Polish shop. Everybody in Hatfield speaks Polish. Nearly. We've been conquered by the Polish in Hatfield. No one speaks English anymore. So not a lot of people in Hatfield are speaking English. We've actually been conquered by the Polish in Hatfield. It's true. You go to Luton, they've been conquered by Saudi Arabia. They've been conquered by Iraq, by the Arabs. So Luton's been conquered by the Arabs, and everyone's speaking their little languages. And Hatfield, we've all been conquered by the Polish, and there's loads of Polish food shops, and loads of Polish talking people, but there's not a lot of English people left in England. We do have a problem with England. We've kind of been conquered. England is a conquered country. We've been conquered by the Poles. Everyone's speaking Polish. Everyone in Hatfield sort of walks around speaking Polish, which is going to be awkward for the English because of the fact that Shakespeare was English. So I'm going to have to convert all the Shakespeare to Polish now, or something, because nobody understands English in Hatfield anymore. I knock on doors as a postman, and I say, "Can you sign this?" And I say, whatever. And I say, "Do you speak English?" And no, I don't. No, I need you to sign this, mate. And no one in fucking Hatfield speaks fucking English anymore. They're all speaking Polish or whatever. You walk down the street, say, "How, mate, how are you doing?" And they say, I can't understand a word he's saying, man. I'm walking down the streets of England and I can't understand what anybody is saying because I only speak English. I am living in England, but I'm not living in sort of like my country because I walk down the streets and nobody in England speaks English anymore. We've sort of been conquered by the Polish in Hatfield. And I think in Luton we've been conquered by the Arabs. So in Luton I think we've been conquered by the Arabs because everyone speaks Islamic and have mosques everywhere and praying They moved Israel to England, or they moved fucking Iraq or whatever to England, and they've got their mosques and stuff going, let's blow each other up. Let's blow ourselves up with petrol bombs or whatever. Let's blow ourselves up and blow lots of people up. Hallelujah, God. Apparently this is what the Muslims do for 5 hours a day or something. 5 times a day, apparently. They go for five times. I mean, that's one good thing about the Poles. At least they're not fucking the Arabs, you know. In Hatfield we got the Poles, and in Luton we got the Arabs going, fire! Oh, let's blow ourselves up, and let's blow lots of people up by strapping bombs to ourselves. Allah, Allah, praise God, praise Allah. In these mosques that they've built in England, right? They built these mosques in England. So going, Allah, praise Allah, 5 times a fucking day. 5 times. Allah, let's praise Allah, and let's blow ourselves up. Let's blow ourselves up in shopping centres and strap bombs to ourselves and blow ourselves up. And it's a bit of a silly, stupid fucking religion, isn't it? Don't you think it's a little bit stupid? Oh, praise Allah, praise Allah. Now I'm going to blow myself up. Praise Allah, how wonderful is God. Let's blow myself up. Why the fuck would you want to blow yourself up with a bomb? Give me one fucking reason. Why the fuck would you want to blow yourself up with a bomb? What possible fucking reason can that possibly make God happy? Oh, praise God, blow myself up. You fucking lunatics. And you say I'm mad?